somebody who's always been the giver, the one giving more in your relationships, if you've always been the one who's been sacrificing more, giving more, understanding more, adjusting more, and in the end ending up feeling all exhausted and resentful, this episode is for you today, because it's not because you love too deeply that you overgive. It's because somewhere you have learned in your life that loving has to be earned. So you need to overgive to receive. Hi and welcome back to another episode of the Flight to Fulfillment podcast. I'm your host Radhika Seth, your life enhancement coach and the founder of the Freedom Divas Hub. And today's topic speaks to many women, especially those who are very sensitive, emotionally aware, those nurturing souls. Today we are talking about how to stop overgiving in all your relationships, because trust you me, overgiving does not come from you being very generous. It actually comes from you being very afraid of something. That's why you overgive. Maybe you have the fear of being rejected. Maybe you have the fear of being replaced. Maybe you have the fear of being called very selfish or not enough or a bit too much, whatever it may be, you fear. So overgiving does not come out of generosity, it comes out of fear. And today we are going to gently unpack why overgiving happens in the first place and how we can actually stop it without making you feel selfish about it. So these are the 5 steps to stop overgiving in all your relationships. Firstly, understand that overgiving, is actually your own survival pattern, your self-created survival pattern. You did not start overgiving because you were weak. You actually started overgiving because at some point in time of your life, you felt that love is about overgiving. Only when you overgive do you receive any love. Maybe you learned that, if you give more, you will be valued more. Maybe you were taught that if you learn how to adjust, you will be always chosen. If you stay easy, you will not be abandoned. Whatever it may be, overgiving once kept you safe. Okay, maybe there were times in your life when you overgave for some particular reason and that worked in your favor. So you started feeling very safe that, oh, if I do this, then I get this. But what protected you then, earlier on in your life, may just drain you out today, because understand that we all evolve. As we pass through life, as we pass through this journey called life, we all evolve as human beings. So what worked for you yesterday may not work for you today. What protected you yesterday may not work for you today. If your overgiving attitude worked yesterday and people valued you, or people gave you love in return, maybe today it will not work. With the relationships you have today, it may not work. It may actually start draining you now. If you only keep giving all the time, overgiving, it is very exhausting. So it may just drain you. Secondly, try noticing when did you start this overgiving out of fear and not desire. So, healthy giving. If you're not overgiving, if you're doing, everything that you genuinely want to do, then it's very healthy. Healthy giving feels very free. You feel free that, okay, fine, I made this choice. You're free to choose or reject, correct? So healthy giving is very free. Whereas overgiving will always make you very anxious. So every time, you give, every time you decide to give, ask yourself this, that, okay, am I taking this decision, or am I doing this because I genuinely want to do this, or am I doing this because I fear something? Maybe, fear that what will people say, how will people react, what will people think, whatever. Are you doing it out of fear and external validation, or you're doing something out of your own willingness because you genuinely want to do it? Fear-based giving always comes with resentment. Trust me. later on in life. Today you may be very happy that, oh, it worked, but later on you will resent this decision of yours. Number 3, stop giving what you secretly hope to receive back. So, a lot of us overgive because we hope to get the same in return. We overgive in love because we want that same amount of love coming back to us. We want the same appreciation, security, commitment, emotional availability, whatever it is coming back to us. And that's why we overgive. But unspoken expectations, they always create silent disappointments. So give only what you can give without wanting it back in return, without expecting it back in return. Number 4, practice the pause before you say yes to things, my dear. Set boundaries. Overthinking and overgiving, thrives on instant yeses. So if you want to break free from overgiving, then learn to create a pause, even if it's for a few seconds. Before you take that impulsive decision, take a pause, ask yourself, does this honor me? Is this what I truly want to do? Is this what I feel is right for me? Do I have the capacity right now? Would I still do this if nothing changed? Do I want to, do it that much? Do I actually believe in this decision? That pause is an act of self-respect, and you will get all your answers. Number 5, allow your relationships to reveal their true balance. So when you stop overgiving, when you stop overdoing, either the relationship will become more balanced or the relationship will fall apart. But whatever the case may be, in both cases, as long as you are doing something what you genuinely want to do, and which is your authentic self doing something or believing in something, whatever happens will only happen for your own betterment, for your highest good. Because both outcomes are information. So if for example someone only stays because you're overgiving, then you did not lose love, my dear. You just lost an imbalance, isn't it? The person never loved you in the first place. So my beautiful soul, stop overgiving. Okay? Because if you stop overgiving, it does not mean that you love less. No, you don't. It means that you love without abandoning yourself. It means you love while you choose yourself, while you love yourself. So you don't need to earn love by exhausting yourself. You don't need to shrink your needs to be chosen. You don't need to give more to feel worthy. No. Healthy love includes you, and it will always include you. So stop overgiving. And if you're ready to build that relationship rooted in emotional safety, self-respect, and mutual love and understanding, I invite you to come and join us in my community, the Freedom Divas Hub, where women learn to love deeply without losing themselves. Until next time, this is me, Ratika Seth, your life enhancement coach, signing off for now, but asking you to like, comment, and share this episode with whoever needs to hear this today. And don't forget to subscribe to the Flight to Fulfillment podcast on either YouTube or Spotify or Apple or Substack, wherever you're more comfortable, so that you don't miss out on a single dose of inspiration coming your way. Until next time, this is me. Bye-bye for now. Take care. Stop overgiving. Love yourself. You deserve it. Love you all. Bye-bye.